Hello, everybody. Welcome to today's devotion for December 24th. Today's devotion is titled The Light of Christ. The Bible reading is from Matthew chapter 2, verses 1 to 2 and verses 9 to 12. Jesus was born in Bethlehem in Judea during the reign of King Herod. About that time, some wise men from eastern lands arrived in Jerusalem asking, "Where is the newborn King of the Jews? We saw his star as it rose, and we have come to worship him." After this interview, the wise men went their way, and the star they had seen in the east guided them to Bethlehem. It went ahead of them and stopped over the place where the child was. When they saw the star, they were filled with joy. They entered the house and saw the child with his mother Mary, and they bowed down and worshipped him. Then they opened their treasure chests and gave him gifts of gold, frankincense, and myrrh. When it was time to leave, they returned to their own country by another route, for God had warned them in a dream not to return to Herod. My husband and I have always enjoyed attending the Christmas Eve service at our church. In the early years of our marriage, we had a special tradition of bundling up in warm clothing after the service to hike up a nearby hill where 350 glowing lights were strung from tall poles in the shape of a star. There, often in the snow, we'd whisper our reflections on Jesus' miraculous birth while we gazed out over the city. Meanwhile, many people in the town were looking up at the bright string light star from the valley below. That star is a reminder of the birth of our Savior. The Bible tells of Magi from the east who arrived in Jerusalem seeking the one who had been born King of the Jews. They'd been watching the skies and had seen the star when it rose. Their journey took them onward from Jerusalem to Bethlehem, the star going ahead of them until it stopped over the place where the child was. There they bowed down and worshipped him. Christ is the source of light in our lives, both figuratively as the one who guides us, and literally as the one who created the sun, moon, and stars in the sky. Like the Magi who were overjoyed when they saw his star, our greatest delight is in knowing him as the Savior who came down from the heavens to dwell among us. We have seen his glory. How has Jesus brought light to your life? With whom might you share that today? Thank you for joining me for today's devotion, and I hope you all have a very wonderful Christmas Eve.